Saudi sheikhs are buying a Barcelona star, and Morim is urged to leave Manchester United immediately. Milan's first big signing for Napoli reveals the real reason for Kvaratskhelia's sale to PSG. All this and much more in today's episode. Be sure to like, press the bell, and subscribe. Already done? Then let's get started. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has returned to the sidelines, but this time not with Manchester United. After failing to return to the club, Solskjaer accepted an offer from Turkish club Besiktas. Let's remember that just a few months ago, the coach said he would be willing to return to United if called, but fate has had other plans, and now he will be working with a club in Turkey. In the official club statement, Solskjaer expressed his joy about working for such a big club like Besiktas, highlighting how happy he was to be in Istanbul. In his statement, he added, "It's great that there are so many good people in this club. We already had our first meeting, and I am looking forward to starting my job." Solskjaer's contract is until the end of this season, with the option for a one-year extension if things go well. Currently, Besiktas is in 5th place in the league, indicating that the team is not in its best form. This context pushes the club to look for a new coach. We all remember how tough the last few years have been for Besiktas, and now they need a new boost. What can we expect from Solskjaer at this club? That will depend on how he adapts to the new situation, as it has been some time since he worked with top-level clubs. Starting at Besiktas is not a bad idea, a serious club with big ambitions that could qualify for the Champions League next season. If Solskjaer succeeds, his return to elite football will be considered a success. For now, he has a lot of work ahead, and we can only wish him luck in this new challenge. Meanwhile, at Manchester United, Ruben Amorim continues his work, but, as many think, his days at the club could be numbered. After another home defeat, Ruben stated that he does not intend to change his playing style, despite criticism from fans and the media. He emphasized, "We need to go through this moment, and the players will suffer, and the fans will too. I am fully aware that my approach is not liked by everyone, but it is the path I have chosen." Despite Ruben's statements, his approach is being questioned. Many believe that the coach is too pessimistic and has failed to find a positive approach to inspire the team. Although it may sound strange, in a crisis situation, a coach must be a leader who can guide the team through difficulties. However, as we can see, instead of motivating the team, Ruben says that Manchester United could be the worst team in the club's history. This statement undoubtedly causes surprise, as if the coach himself is so negative, how can his players trust him? This negative attitude has even been commented on by chess players, such as world number 1 Magnus Carlsen, who also urged Ruben to leave. "Amorim, leave," wrote Carlsen. In part, he has followers among the fans, who are already starting to doubt the coach's ability to steer the team in the right direction. If Amorim does not improve the results, his time at Manchester United could soon be over. To be honest, there were many doubts from the beginning about Ruben Amorim's appointment at Manchester United. The club's board may have made another mistake by choosing a coach with little experience at the top level. It's like putting a recent graduate, who just finished university, in charge of a big company with the goal of solving its financial problems. They may be excellent, but they don't have practical experience in extreme conditions, such as those at Manchester United. Maybe they would be the best in a smaller team, but not here. Manchester United needs a leader who can make radical decisions, inspire players to win, and create a team capable of fighting for titles. But it seems that Amorim does not fit that profile. His approach is too cautious, and it's not what the club needs at this moment. It's unclear how he ended up being chosen to lead Manchester United and whether he should continue. It's interesting that if the team continues to show poor results, the club's board might be forced to sack him at the end of the season. This would create more difficulties, as if Ruben does not perform well, the club would lose valuable time and possibly money invested in new signings. Moving on to another topic, the general director of Manchester City has confirmed that the club has sold Kyle Walker to Milan. This transfer could be completed at any moment, and by the time you see this episode, it might have already been made official. Let's remember that Walker was one of Manchester City's key players, but now he is likely to continue his career in Italy, at Milan. Milan has offered Walker a loan until the end of the season with an option to buy. If this deal goes through, it will be a significant transfer for both sides. Milan, like Manchester City, has big ambitions, and Walker will likely have the chance to play at an even higher level in Italy's Serie A. Also, since his contract with Manchester City is nearing its end, his departure was expected. This transfer will be a milestone for Manchester City, as Walker is still one of the team's most experienced players. But, according to rumors, his departure is related to the fact that the club does not plan to renew his contract. It is interesting that Walker himself probably decided to get ahead of the situation and request the transfer. With this in mind, it is not impossible that he will become a key player for Milan, and the deal could be beneficial for both parties. Dele Alli will now play for Como. Although the player has not been very visible in recent years, Como showed interest in him and signed a contract with the player. In the club's official statement, it was highlighted that Como values Alli's exceptional talent and is confident that he will make a significant contribution to the team. It is important to note that immediate results from Alli are not expected. The task of the club is to create a comfortable environment for the player and give him time to adapt. The question is whether Como will be able to recover the form that Alli showed in the past. Right now, it is hard to say whether he will return to being the player he was at his peak. However, Como seems willing to experiment and give the player a chance to recover his talent. Despite everything, doubts remain about whether Alli will overcome the challenges of recent years. But we will see how the situation develops. Now let's move on to an important event in the transfer market: Kvaratskhelia sale from Napoli to PSG. Napoli's sporting director has confirmed that Kvaratskelia's departure was the player's initiative. He approached the club requesting to be sold, and the club accepted this move. Despite being a key player for Napoli, Kvaratskhelia chose PSG, although both clubs are on a similar level in terms of power. The reason for the sale might be money. If Napoli had offered him a more lucrative contract, he might have stayed in Italy. However, given the large sums offered by PSG, his departure became inevitable. This decision undoubtedly opened new perspectives for the player, and we will be watching closely how his career develops in Paris. Finally, Frenkie de Jong could become the new player of Al Ittihad. Rumors about his transfer are circulating actively, and according to sources, the Sheikhs are willing to offer Barcelona €50 million for the midfielder. Laporta will probably not oppose this if the club receives such a large amount of money, although de Jong himself is not rushing to accept the offer. It's interesting that given such large offers, Barcelona will have to reflect on its future. If the club agrees to sell one of its leaders, it will open the opportunity for new signings that could change the direction of the team. We will be watching how events unfold, as de Jong's transfer could be crucial for the club's future. Don't forget to watch our previous episode, which is already available for viewing. And that's all for today. See you tomorrow. Good luck to all, and until next time.